Buddy, this is Amala Vanovi here with Prager. Will is also here with us, but Will decided to be
setting up balloons for you guys.
And we are celebrating 5 billion views here on the Prager website. We just did it.
Yeah, but you have the sound effect? You gotta play the sound effect.
Do I have the sound effect? Here's my instant audience applause. Woo-hoo!
Thanks to Nikki on our team for hooking us up.
Oh, guys, what a day. What an explosive day. I just came laboring, picking up these balloons for you guys and the cake. Show them the cake.
We've got the cake here.
Give me the cake.
There you
I'll
go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You're making me nervous.
Drop it on.
Okay. 5 billion views. Can you guys see that? You know how many 5 billion is? I don't know how many 5 billion is.
It's a lot.
I'm trying to think of a way to quantify 5 billion.
It's a really hard thing to quantify.
There's 7 billion people on the planet. We have 5 billion views. That doesn't mean that all 5 billion people who live on the planet have seen our videos. That's just how many views we have in total. But 5 billion is a lot.
Way to buzzkill it, man.
It was all one guy. It's literally just Taylor refreshing the page 5 billion times. No, this is, guys, I'll speak. Amala hasn't been here too long.
I haven't.
She's only been here about 2 months, but I've been here for 4 years. Taylor's only been here for about a year too. So I'm actually one of the oldest or longest tenured employees at Prageru. I started when there was about 10 or 12 people at this organization. We're now close to about 60 people at Prageru working here, 65 even. We're a startup, started here in Los Angeles with Dennis Prager, Marissa Stride, our CEO, and then Alan Estrin, our executive producer. Those three started it, and they eventually brought in some more people.
Executive director, not producer.
Executive director, my bad. Executive director Alan Estrin, who we'll be interviewing later today to talk about the Prageru story. But it started with them three, and then they hired some new people. And then I got hired about 4 years ago when I was still a student in college, actually. And at that point, it was just one little room, essentially. We had an office with me, an office with our one graphic designer, and then we had our chief marketing officer, really. And that was basically all we had. So it was a very small operation when we started all this, and now we have this huge operation getting billions of views. It's phenomenal. It's really phenomenal. And I don't mean this to just pat myself on the back or pat all of us here at Prageru on the back, but it's so cool to see that our views and our videos are reaching so many people. It means that we are doing something good. It means that we are making content that people are hungry for. I'm hungry for this cake, but people are hungry for our videos. It's only 10 a.m. I'm about to go in on this cake right now. But it means that we're doing something right. So to all of you guys who have supported us throughout the years, been there while we've been getting all of our views and always fighting back against the left, we appreciate you so much. We love you guys, and we couldn't do all this without you. You mean the world to us. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, really. Thank you. I wish we could all eat this cake. I wish all 5 billion of us could eat this cake together.
Will just shoves the cake right into the camera.
Yeah, like one of those TikTok trends, just like with a cake.
Yeah, I'm new to Prageru. I've been here, so my first day was March 15th, and yeah, it's been, about a month and a half now, and even so, it feels like I'm on the ground floor of something because we are just growing so fast and things keep moving and we keep creating content and there's always new concepts and new projects. So it just feels like there's so much more to come from here. And I do want to thank you guys for all your contributions, all of your support, how, fervent you are in watching our content and supporting us is great. You've made it possible for me to have my dream job. So I have no complaints and I just want to thank you as well. And we're looking forward to what's to come from here. We can only go up. We were actually looking at some videos.
We can't go down.
We can't go down.
No.
We can't go
Bill
down.
just started eating that already.
I can't stop.
Eating the cake.
I was kind of selfish. I'm sorry, guys. I got my favorite type of cake. I did go and buy it. So I got my favorite type, which is strawberry shortcake.
Okay.
It's the best type of cake.
It's not a bad choice. I'm not judging you. Really.
I'm chocolate or bust. I'm sorry.
Really?
Oh, man, I shouldn't have eaten the strawberry because now it's going to look worse for the picture we take afterwards. Should I wait to eat this or are we going to take a picture?
It's up to you, Will.
Like, we should take one for the Prageru Instagram for sure. And
Okay.
just say 5 billion views with the stuff in the back. I'll wait to eat the cake. I'll wait. Okay?
Do it. Let's wait.
I'll wait. Even though it's very tantalizing, I'm going to wait.
So you guys have been up to date on what content we've been making here at PragerU as of today, but I wanted to show you guys some old videos that we made with PragerU. This specific one called The American Trinity with Dennis Prager is super interesting because you can tell we've really evolved as a company. We've evolved as a digital media platform. So I'm going to pull up this video for you guys and play it, and you can see sort of the old style of the way PragerU did things. Let's watch it.
Look at that logo. The logo's sick.
This is so
Wait,
old
pause
school.
right there first. I mean, this is like it's a real university education.
Yeah, I mean,
It looks like a real class.
it does look like a real class. It does. It looks like a Microsoft PowerPoint.
Hosted by Dennis Prager.
It
Guys,
does
you're in
look
for a
like-
treat.
Yeah, we really
This is
are.
only one course credit though, so guys don't.
Will, how many courses at PragerU have you finished?
I think this will be the first one.
It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Experiencing Will's education. at
No,
PragerU
I've watched every single PragerU video.
Have you really?
All the 5-minute videos, yeah. I've watched every single one.
That's impressive.
I like how both me and Taylor were like, have you really?
If you were
Amala has too, right? Yeah, totally.
I've watched a bunch of them. I haven't finished all of them. I've only been here a month. I think that would take a little bit more time than that.
I've seen all of them.
Okay.
So every week I watch it. Every week I watch a new video, and then I actually haven't watched this week's though. So I have to watch it this weekend. But I watch every single 5-minute video. If you guys are like, you're bored on the weekend or you want to educate yourself, you should just binge watch every 5-minute video. That's what kids do these days.
Yeah, right. They educate
if you
themselves
want a
in their
real
free
bender,
time.
watch a bunch
Yeah.
of PragerU videos. We actually started on Clubhouse. We're going to be broadcasting 5-minute videos from PragerU like all day, just so you can join if you're on Clubhouse.
Nice. Do you see they did
Fun.
that on Twitter too? They made like a Twitter feature for like, it's like Clubhouse now.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
should do that too.
I know.
Just 5-minute videos everywhere, all day, all the time.
Just shove it down
You
people's
guys can
throats.
get to my level.
Okay, let's see Dennis back in what, 2011, 2013? How old is this?
This
think
must be
it's-
2013.
2013.
Yeah, this one's 2013.
Okay.
I couldn't find any videos from 2011. I don't
Yeah.
know. Those must
they
be like
weren't-
discontinued.
Yeah, pretty much. They weren't really making the videos the same way. It was more getting it off the ground at that point.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's hear from Dennis.
All countries are unique.
He's
They
the
are
ageless
because of
wonder.
their ethnicity or their race or language or culture or geography. But America is unique for a different reason, because of its values.
I love the music.
I know.
Now, please
the
understand
ones
that
before
this
have
in no way
music.
means or implies that Americans are
The
necessary.
new ones. The
Can
new
we
ones
just
don't have
talk?
any music.
They don't?
No.
No, should we bring back the music, guys? In the comments, what do y'all think?
Yeah, do you guys like the music on our 5-minute videos? I kind of dig it.
Do, 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 do,
I know. It
do.
makes me feel like I'm like, this is my university initiation class or something like that. Like Dennis Prager is giving me my orientation.
Taylor made a comment. Can we talk about the fact that Dennis does not age? Just past this point, he just
at this
looks
guy.
He does
exactly
look
the same.
great.
He looks a little bit younger, I can tell.
Just a little plumper in the cheeks.
Dennis is a very attractive man. All right? He's always looked good.
Silver fox over here,
Yeah.
Dennis
His
Prager.
hair. He's like, no matter what, he's always going to have hair, which is an amazing trait for an old man.
That is an amazing trait. Well, let's hear what Dennis has to say about our value system.
Really better than anyone else. There are kind and good people in every nation, and there are bad people in America, as there are everywhere else.
True.
But these values have molded a particularly decent and open society, and one that has at great sacrifice promoted liberty around the world more than any other country in history. This unique value system has made the American experiment in building a free, open, affluent, non-race-based, non-ethnicity-based society the greatest social experiment in world history.
I think if Alex Jimenez saw these designs now, he would absolutely freak out.
If anybody on our design team saw this video, I think they would cry. Like I said, Microsoft PowerPoint
But
at
it's
its
about
finest.
it's about the content.
Yeah.
And the content's great. Dennis is Dennis, and he's doing a great job as always.
Dennis always kills it, no matter
Hey, Taylor,
what.
did you tell Marissa to
format.
come up here? Did you message Marissa?
No, we can message her now.
Okay, message Adrian and,
Right.
and Marissa. Tell them to come up. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. I guess. Unless you had something
I
else to
did
say.
Name my
find
gift to
Wilwitt's
the
first
American
video
value
too. I
system.
think.
You found it?
Yeah.
All right, we can play that after this.
All right, I sent it to you, Amala, on Slack.
Okay.
So you can
Okay,
pull
cool.
it up.
Perfect.
Is the American Trinity. Now, it's not to be confused in any way with the Christian Trinity. That's a theological statement
background.
of Christianity.
The
American
static in the
Trinity
background.
consists of the three core American values: Now, I discovered the American Trinity looking at a coin one night as I emptied my pockets. These three values had been staring me in the face all my life, emblazoned on every American coin, yet I had completely missed their significance.
I feel like I just
They
took
are
LSD.
E pluribus unum,
I'm tripping, bro.
God we trust, and liberty. E pluribus unum is Latin for from many one, meaning that Americans don't care where you're from. We don't care about your blood origins, your ethnic origins, your racial origins, your religious origins. From many one. When you become an American, you are one of us, no different than an American whose ancestors came to America hundreds of years ago.
Such a beautiful sentiment, by the way. I just wanted to point that out. Ever since I started working at PragerU, I get accused of working at a white supremacist think tank. And this is a video from 2013 where Dennis says, no matter your race, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your orientation, you are an American, and that's all that we care about.
I was going to say, this is in 2013, which is really cool because a lot of these conservative ideas and stuff like this didn't really... politics has always been around and people have been discussing them, but it wasn't until like really 2015, 2016 with Trump running and people getting so involved in it and so crazy about it. But like these values have been around America and with Dennis Prager for a long time.
Yep.
We've been expressing these values for a long time. That's why our 5 billion benchmark is really cool, because it's like we've been doing this for a long time and we're happy to finally be getting the recognition and views from everyone.
Yeah, and the message has not and will not change. It's exactly what he said right here in this video. No matter who you are, so long as you're an American and you stand by American values, we love you and we support you.
This is not as true elsewhere. If, for example, you're Turkish and you emigrate to Europe, you will likely be regarded as a Turk for generations. You are not considered a fellow German or a fellow Swede or a fellow Dane nearly as much as somebody from Turkey would be considered an American within a day of becoming an American citizen. The second value of the American Trinity, in God we trust, means that America is founded on the idea that God is the source of values. America's Declaration of Independence proclaimed that humans have inalienable rights, but solely because these rights come from the Creator, not from a king or a government or even from reason.
Can we just take a look at Will for a second here?
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
That was Wednesday.
I know.
Oh, how
Cinco
cool.
Billiono views.
Cinco Billiono.
I had to go. These people at Gelson's probably thought I was going to like a 5-year-old birthday party.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is for 5 billion views.
Did they recognize you? Did anybody know who you were?
Not at this time. Not at Gelson's today. But
Not
you
at
have to.
Gelson's.
It's harder to get recognized when you have to wear a mask too.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is
You
true.
have
You have
to
to
put
cover
your
That's
it.
bandana
definitely
on.
why. It's not
Features.
because LA is a super
Yeah.
liberal place and no one would recognize
It's
Will at a
surprising
bougie
actually.
grocery store.
I get recognized a lot in LA, even more than other places.
I know.
It's, like,
Every time I go out
strange.
with you, I feel like somebody recognizes you and says something.
Yeah.
Amala gets recognized too. We went to the Big Chili Froyo place, and that
is
guy was
true.
like, "It's you."
It's been happening more and more, as time goes on, of course, and we're making more content. And it's definitely a very strange thing to have to get used to. It's very weird that people know me before I know them.
No, it can be strange for sure.
Yeah. People just walk right up to you.
Can we just talk about the animations and stuff? It got a lot better as we were watching this, and like I kind of love the music. It feels like I'm watching like a old school Disney movie or something. with,
Yeah. I kind
Yeah,
of feel like I'm in a
I know.
dream
Happy.
sequence.
Yeah. Dream works.
It's pretty great.
Okay.
Gonna finish?
Therefore, since they come from God, they can never be taken away by people. What God are we talking about? The one introduced by the Hebrew Bible, the God of the Ten Commandments, the God who judges all nations and all individuals, and the God to whom all citizens, all people, must feel morally accountable for their actions. And the third part of the American Trinity is liberty. Now you might ask, didn't the French Revolution proclaim liberty along with equality and fraternity? And don't other nations hold liberty as a basic value? Well, the answer is yes. Americans are not the only ones to enshrine liberty, but we are the only ones to enshrine liberty along with E pluribus unum and in God we trust. Also, the American concept of liberty is not the same as the French, for example, because the French enshrined equality as well as liberty, and equality is not part of the American Trinity. That's a European value. Of course, America affirms that all humans are born equal, and that we are all to be equal before the law, but ending up equal, the European value, egalitarianism, is not an American value. Why?
That's right.
Because enforcing equal outcomes diminishes liberty, and America is preoccupied with liberty.
Not gonna lie, I love the animation.
America is preoccupied with enabling you to have the liberty to end up wherever your talent, hard work, and yes, luck take you. If some people end up much wealthier than others and have attained their wealth honestly, that inequality is a pretty small price to pay to ensure liberty. That's the American trinity: from many one, liberty, and God. And like the Christian trinity, you cannot remove any one of the three, because if you do, you will no longer have America. I'm Dennis Prager.
You
And
guys
it fades out.
You guys feel that? Those goosebumps?
Yeah, honestly, I'm like tearing up over here a little
I
bit.
know.
That's
I
powerful.
got them
Yeah.
chills, dude.
Dennis is great. He's been doing it since day one.
I know that. No, that's not it.
It's not your
That's my
video.
first video. Okay, that's my first video for PragerU, but I did one when I was still in Prager Force. But we can play this
Okay.
one. We can play this one too. Let's play this one too. This
So,
is a good one. Guys,
is-
all right, you can introduce this.
An early Will Witt video. No, you tell us about it.
I'm sure you
You
know
tell
about
us.
it, Amala. Huh?
Someone asked if
I
it's
have
Will's
seen
5th
this.
birthday, by the way.
Yes, happy birthday to me, guys. Really excited. If you're just joining into this live stream, we are celebrating 5 billion views, and so we are taking a trip down little old memory lane, going through some old PragerU vids and talking about what PragerU means to us. It means everything to me, okay? I've been here the longest, so just flexing on you guys. This is my first video that I ever did when I came and worked for PragerU. I left school. I dropped out of school after 2 years, from Colorado, moved to Los Angeles to come an intern for PragerU first. I lived at this lady's house, and she was grateful enough to let me live there for free. A donor to PragerU.
Gracious.
Gracious. Wait, what did I say?
Grateful.
Oh, yes,
She was
gracious.
very-
Oh, sorry.
very grateful
Yes,
for me
yeah.
to live there
Yeah, I mean,
for free
she
at her
she
house.
loved me. You know, she's like, oh, I gotta
It's
have
very
this kid
Will
live there
Witt
for
thing
free. Exactly. She was gracious enough to let me stay at her house, which was great. And then I went back to Colorado, worked for Turning Point USA actually for a little bit, and then moved back to Los Angeles. PragerU, Craig specifically called me, gave me a full-time job. So I moved out to Los Angeles about 4 years ago and started working for PragerU. It's been a wild ride. And so this was the first video. The Women's March was going on in Los Angeles, and I was like, oh, I gotta go out to this. This is just the most nutty people on the planet. So I decided to go out to the Women's March. All I had was this little. We didn't have any equipment at this point in PragerU's history, so we used a little handheld camcorder and then this like lav mic that absolutely sucked. So you're gonna see here like the
Are you holding the lav in your hand?
Yeah, I have to hold the lav in my hand because I have to do it back and forth to people, right?
Wow.
You know, that's like all we had to use. So
Thank you all for your generous support.
yeah, exactly.
That allows
If you-
Will not to have to hold a lav in his hand to interview people.
but I do look mighty fresh in this fit.
Oh,
I got the
goodness.
polo shirt,
Fresh
the
out the
polo
frat.
tie. Exactly.
Fresh out the frat.
But we're just gonna go through this, guys. It's a pretty funny video from what I remember. And sick, let's do it. Hey guys, this is William Witt with PragerU. William Witt. I didn't even say Will Witt yet.
Yeah,
I was
you're
still
going-
William Witt.
You're still William.
Hey, listen, it's
Should
a
we
good
bring
name.
back William or Willie?
Yeah.
We should do a poll. Will, Willie, or William?
They're gonna choose Willie. They're
You're
gonna
gonna
love
choose
to choose
Willie. I choose Willie.
know.
Definitely.
Willie's a good name. Today we are at the Women's March in LA. We're going to be doing some interviews with some people, finding out why they're here, and finding out exactly what's going on.
Everybody knows that this president has not been good for this country. He has not.
All right, get a look at this in the camera. Look at this. It's great. Do you think there's a wage gap between men and women? That's the one you're referring to.
Sure. I mean, that's not even what I think. I know. Everyone knows. It's a given.
Say out of my wife's uterus. What does that even mean? Why do you want to get rid of him?
Because he's a misogynist, he's a bigot, he's racist, he's uneducated, he's unintelligent, he's everything we don't want as a president.
And in general, on jobs, like women are paid less than men all the time. Doesn't matter if there's seniority or whatever. Higher up, still getting paid less.
And where do you see that happening?
All across the United States.
Do you have an instance?
Instance? Nothing I can think of.
Still the same people in LA.
That is so funny.
This video, actually, it was funny. This video was, when it came out, it was one of the most, not to flex again, but it was one of the most viral videos PragerU had ever done when it came out, which was very exciting for me because it was my first video ever, and it blew up. It got like 1.5 million views in the first day, which was huge, you know, on Facebook back in those days. So it was very cool. This was in this would have been 20, when did I start?
I think it says 2018 on the website.
2018, yeah. This was like January 2018. So I guess 3 years ago, about 3.5 years ago from this point is when I did this video. And my hair still looks so good.
Oh my gosh.
What parts of socialism do you like? That it gives everyone a fair opportunity.
Okay. What sort of inequality do you see between men and women right now?
Well, has your 80-year-old boss ever told you you have a beautiful body in an elevator?
Sometimes. I do have a beautiful body.
You do. Your body is fantastic. Great time.
Oh, he has not changed one bit.
I haven't changed at all.
The evolution is not set in with Will Witt yet.
Still the same guy, huh?
Yeah, still the same, hasn't changed. And neither have the people out in LA. You can still find this much stupidity and ignorance anywhere you walk in LA.
Oh yes, very much so.
Thank you. Unemployment rates are the lowest they've been in the last 17 years.
I don't know.
The Dow Jones just hit record highs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, record highs.
Record highs.
Yes, the Dow Jones just hit record highs. If women could get paid less than men, then why would businesses not just hire all women to save money?
Ooh, that's a great question.
What is he doing that is oppressing these people?
I mean, what is he not doing?
Trump has gotten it so that we now have tax reform in this country where you're going to see an increase in your pay, which is awesome. Did you hear about that?
I don't work.
You don't work? So you think all business owners are sexist and that's why they pay women less?
I wouldn't say all business owners, but majority of business owners are sexist.
Do you have any evidence for that?
Pay gap.
What do you think about Trump?
Oh, God. Just go. Shut the up and go away. I would say you have to continue investigating some of his problems with Russia.
What problems are those?
I'm not entirely certain.
I'm just really out here to like be part of like the movement, the resistance.
Okay. The resistance to what?
To 45. I can't even say his name.
Trump?
Yes.
Donald?
Yeah.
That's my.
What organization are you with?
PragerU.
Oh, God.
Oh man. Guess we didn't care as much about 501c3 status back then.
No, you didn't. You're just name dropping all over the place in this video.
I know, for real. Oh wait, why is it doing that? Okay.
Nothing has changed.
No,
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed at all.
We've just gotten better at formatting it, and yeah, no, Will's the same. The people out on the street are the same.
I know.
The answers are the same.
I got a new barber, but other than that, I'm about the same. I've gotten fatter.
He's like, the hair's still cool, though. Back then, it's still cool.
It was still good. Don't get me wrong, but it's gotten better for sure. So, what do you think about the interviewing skills?
I think it's good.
Good?
I'm actually surprised at how well you were doing back then.
He's like baiting you for a compliment.
I know.
He's like, so, what'd you think
Yeah.
about those interview skills?
Yeah. No, you don't have to compliment me.
No,
you
no,
can tell me that it wasn't very
You're
good.
very good at catching people at their weak points in their arguments, and I think it's the funniest thing ever.
It was pretty good. That was a pretty good video, gonna be honest.
That was your first one?
That was my first one.
Yeah,
I'd never gone out and interviewed people before, and that was like my first time.
Were you nervous?
It was a great start.
Was I nervous? Yeah, I was a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd
never really done it before. And I was like, these people are nuts, you know? One of these people, they're going to find out that I'm a straight white male and they're going to hit me in the head with a brick, you know? Something like that.
It's easier to make yourself look good when the people are nuts, though.
Right. No, that's true. No, it makes, I feel very tall standing next to many of those people. But it's like, I wanted to go out there. This is one thing that I will say has changed in my videos a lot, like watching that video. I like that video a lot. It's funny and it exposes what they're doing, but it's not my favorite video for sure. I definitely have moved more away from the let's just expose the left and kind of make some of these people look dumb, and more into I really want to change everyone's mind who I talk to. You know, so I've moved more into that vein when I'm doing my on the street interviews or things on college campuses, and I will say that those kind of things, it is harder sometimes to get views on them because you're not just making the left look dumb and you're not just making red meat content for people who already agree with you. But I feel a lot better, I guess, about the videos that I make now versus back then. Not that this was a bad video. I'm still, like, I stand by everything I said in that video and what I did. But I really am focused on changing minds completely in those types of videos now. Not just, you know, ever making people look stupid. There's a million people out on the street just trying to make people look stupid. I don't want to do that. I want to change people's minds.
Yeah, it's so easy to point out ignorance. It's really hard to change it. And if you go out with that mindset and you're actively trying to challenge people's views and challenge their perceptions and hopefully lead them in a different direction, that's a whole different job and a much harder job. So I commend you for changing
Amala.
courses.
Thanks. I changed Taylor's mind.
Did you change Taylor's mind?
Yeah, he used to be a liberal before he worked at Prageru.
I didn't know who you were before I worked at Prager.
Yeah, well, now you have to work with me every day, so
That's
there's
true.
karma for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have known.
I knew who Will was, but not to the full extent. I'd seen a few of your videos before I came and worked at Prageru. I was actually nervous to meet you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was nervous to meet you.
No, you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
Exactly.
But I don't really, it's not because you're wonderful, but I don't get nervous to meet people that often. So I was nervous. Probably the most nervous I've been to meet anyone was maybe Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray.
From Sugar Ray.
That is such a random.
I know. I wasn't very nervous.
I know he wasn't nervous.
I was meeting the president was nerve-wracking.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. That was definitely nerve-wracking because you're like, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? And then he says hello to you, and you're just like, damn it. And you just leave. You leave after talking to him, and you're like, I should have said something else.
Yeah, and that was like, very recently, wasn't that?
Yeah, that was the second time. The first time, which was actually cool for Prageru again, going back in history, the first time I met him was at a social media summit at the White House. This was in 2018, again, back my first year working at Prageru. 2018, again, they invited a bunch of conservatives who had been censored on social media out to the White House to meet the president and give our gripes and concerns to him about what's going on with big tech. So that was a lot of fun. That was the first time that I got to see him.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, second time was at Mar-a-Lago. And you guys see this polo I'm wearing? Can you guys see this? This is from when Prageru first started. This is an old school Prageru polo. I wish we still had these on the shop.
One. I would totally wear that.
That's what I'm saying. Like we should totally bring these back. This is like the only one that's still around. There's one guy who's a donor to Prageru who has a ton of them, but like other than that, I think I'm the only one who like still has one and like wears it.
I'd wear it. It's a cool shirt.
Yeah.
It's a cool shirt.
Yeah, it's like golfing. You know, if you go golfing, you could wear this. If you have a yacht, you know, it might work out. That's
Will does one of those things.
Yeah. A large study with many leather-bound books, that type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So back to origin stories. Taylor, what was your origin story with Prageru?
My origin story, I mean, it's not that exciting. I was working at a digital marketing agency in Hollywood and just not very into what I was doing anymore. It just wasn't fulfilling, like trying to help movies sell more movie tickets and stuff like that. And I wanted to do something more meaningful that aligned with my values. And saw an opening at Prageru and just, you know, sent my resume in. And actually they ignored me. They ignored me for like, I don't know, a couple months. And then I like followed up and they're like, oh yeah, hi. And then, Janine like responded. And next thing you know, I had an interview and yeah.
That's that grit and determination from Taylor that we know and
right?
love. Sending a follow-up email.
That's right. Kids, if you're out there, follow up. Show your prospective employers that you have some initiative.
If a girl doesn't message you back for a few months, just text her again and say, you up?
Just try again, as they say.
Yeah, don't give up hope. She's out there. All right.
Bad advice. Let me just go ahead and put a disclaimer.
What do you mean? That's not bad advice.
Okay, you can follow up after maybe a little while, but don't try again.
No. Taylor only sent one follow-up email. I'm not saying to send multiple. And you shouldn't be emailing the girl you like anyway. You should be texting them or, you know, DMing them, whatever. You know, don't send them follow-up emails.
That's sound advice. That's sound. Yeah, no, my origin at Prageru found me online. I had been doing social media for probably only 2 to 3 months as a conservative online, and everything sort of blew up from there. It sort of took TikTok as a platform by storm, which was surprising. And Sabrina, who's our Prager Force director, reached out to me through Instagram DM and said, hey, we want to get you as a part of Prager Force. So I got on a call with her, and she asked me about my story. I told her my story, and she goes, we're doing this casting call to find the next Will Witt. And
you're like, who's Will Witt?
She said that, the next Will Witt on the call?
Yeah, she said that. We talked for maybe 10 minutes, and she said, we're doing this casting call to find the next Will Witt. You should send us a 2-minute video. And of course, yes, I was like, who's Will Witt? I don't know who that is.
And you don't look much like me either.
No, I don't. I don't look, sound, or act anything like Will does.
You act like me.
How?
Both conservative.
Exactly. It's the only ammunition you have for that statement. Anyways,
that's all you need.
So I got off the call with Sabrina. I filmed a 2-minute video where I tried to just tell my story and wrap it up. I sent it in, and she messaged me, I think the next day, saying, we want to fly you out to LA so you can meet everybody. And that was crazy for me because I was just working, a normal job. I just gotten on social media. I wasn't expecting anything to come from this. So I fly out to LA. And the first video that I film is with William here, Willie.
Willie Witt, baby.
We had to sit in front of each other and read conservative pickup lines to one another.
Oh, yeah, I put that together. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it never got published.
Never got published.
And there's definitely a reason for that.
If there's
What
if
is
there's
the
enough public outcry that demand for give the people what they want and see this video, we could publish it.
I think that it would have been better if we did it now or something similar to that vein, which is what we do basically here on the show, is going back and forth talking about things.
Yeah.
But having it be, the first time you meet someone, I can only carry the charisma so far, Amala.
Actually, the biggest problem with that video was Will was too deadpan. It was like trying to make each other laugh with cheesy pickup lines.
If it's trying to
and
make
Will
me
refused
laugh,
to laugh. He was just like,
if it's trying to make me laugh, and that's the game, I'm not going to lose. I'm going to win. And so I'm not going to laugh.
But you ruined the video. It wasn't cool or funny because you were just like so deadpan.
Well, this is a competition.
People are really going to want to see this now.
Yeah, they will. I laughed way too much, which is obviously characteristic of my personality. You guys complain about it all the time. Some of you like it, some of you don't. And
I think everyone likes it now.
Will laughs never.
What do you mean I laugh never? You've made me laugh at least once on this stream.
Will laughs at his own jokes.
I laugh at Taylor's jokes too.
Oh, that's true.
Taylor's very funny.
He just
Taylor's
leaves me
very
out of
funny.
that.
No, Amala, you're funny too. You've made me laugh before.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, on this first day that I met Will for the first time, I did not make him laugh a single time. It was so awkward. I was sitting right in front of Will, reading these pickup lines, and not once did this man crack a smile.
I cracked a smile. You said some clever things. I mean, somewhat.
We're just going to have to show this video now.
We have to show the video.
I don't know.
Just to prove that I'm right. So I go out of this, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how that went. That was kind of awkward. I don't even know if Will likes me. And then he goes, you did a really great job. And I was like, yes.
See? I can be nice.
He had his redeeming moment.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, he gave me a nice little affirmation. And I told this story on a stream the other day on Instagram. I was not sure if I was going to get the job. And after meeting everybody at Prageru and working in the office for 2 days, I could not go back to my normal life. I was like, if I don't get this job, this is going to be devastating. I can't imagine not working here, blah, blah, blah. And then on my last day, I got called into the CFO's office. They gave me my job offer. And he goes, we've tried out a few people. And Will actually messaged me and said that he liked you the best.
Aww.
I did.
Look at that.
I did like you the best.
He did.
You were the best one. I saw the most of myself in you.
That is the most me-focused compliment.
I'm just kidding. All right, I'm joking. All right, I'm joking. No, you were very, very good. You're very good.
So yeah, that's my Prageru origin story.
We're honored to have you.
Thank you.
Here at Prageru.
I'm honored
You're
to be
doing
here.
A great job.
And then you got to meet Dennis immediately after that and do the your first
I
week.
did. Yeah.
Well, no, we shot that pickup lines video. What else did we do when you were here? The Stories of Us.
We did Stories of Us
so
as
you met
well.
our CEO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I met everybody. And then when I first started here, they were like, we're going to bring you in on a board meeting. And it was before I even gotten the job offer. We're going to put you in on a board meeting. You're going to meet everybody who's anybody at Prageru. And I was just shaking. And I go in there and I'm like, hi, I'm Amala. And I was a completely different person 2 months ago. It's crazy. I was so shy. I was so just like giggly and trying not to step on anybody's toes. And I guess that worked out for me.
Now you want to step on people's toes.
Now I kind of want to
step on their whole foot. Break it.
Were you nervous when you met Dennis?
Yes, I was so nervous. And then Dennis just immediately put me at ease. If you have not met Dennis, he asks very personal questions very fast. He's just like, who are your parents? When do they get married? When do they get divorced? Are you single? Are you going to get married? Who are you dating right now? And he puts you at ease in that way, that you share so much with him that you just feel like you know him and you feel like it's been a long withstanding relationship, even though it hasn't. And he's just so loving. He was talking to me, and one of the first things that he said after our interview is that he knew that my father wasn't in my life and that he would love to be a sort of a father figure to me if I ever needed him, just to call him and let him know. And he's so sweet.
Aww, that's so sweet.
Yeah, it almost
Dennis
made me
is
cry.
The best.
He's the
I
best.
love Dennis. He's so good. It's why I wanted to work for PragerU versus any other conservative organization.
Yeah.
Also because of Craig.
Oh, Craig's great.
Yeah.
Craig and Dennis are very different.
It's our CMO.
They're very,
Craig
they're
is our
very
CMO
different
for you
people. But
watching.
yeah, but no, Dennis is a one of a kind man.
When did you meet him first?
I met him first when we were doing a Prager Force. This was back in our student program. If you're a student or a young professional around the world, you should join Prager Force. PragerForce.com. Check it out. It's great. I got started in it. Amala got started in it. It's a wonderful opportunity. But we have our PragerU summits every year, which is basically like our donor summits for people who support PragerU. You know, we are a nonprofit. So we had our summit, and then they invited some Prager Force kids out. This is before I had my internship or anything with PragerU. And so then they flew me out to LA for this summit, and I met with Dennis, met him along with the other Prager Force kids. And that was basically it. I don't even remember. Like that.
You don't remember what he said or anything?
No, I don't remember. It was like, there were so many other people there that it was like,
yeah.
And he didn't know that I was trying to come and work for PragerU or whatever. Wasn't there in the cards at all. So it was just like him meeting another student Prager Force, which of course I'm not saying he doesn't treat us all like we're important, but I'm saying it wasn't like the most, heart to heart type of thing ever.
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody having a bad interaction with that man, honestly.
No, only leftists.
Only
get destroyed by facts and logic.
And now look what he's built. So we have PragerU, and for those of you who are watching the stream, the reason we are streaming is because we hit 5 billion views today on the PragerU website. 5 billion.
We have billions and billions and billions of views.
We hit the most views. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. Billions and billions of views, okay?
Everybody's talking about how many views we have.
Yeah,
it's
they're
amazing.
tremendous. Tremendous views.
Are we going to show the old website?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yes. Okay, let me find it.
We're going to look at the OG PragerU website.
Okay, it's pulled up.
All right.
This is PragerU back in 2011.
Now, some of the images aren't populating because this is like an old school web archive.
Yeah.
But, you can see our brilliant graphic design.
Oh my goodness.
Prowess.
If this video proves anything, it proves that we've come a very, very long way.
Do you want to read
I don't
some
know
of
if
this
we
stuff?
can even... Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Oh, you can read it.
Okay.
I don't want to read it.
Prager University seeks to convey core common sense values to a new audience in a new way. These values are the ones that Dennis Prager, nationally syndicated talk show host and best-selling author, talks about on his radio show every day. Prager University distills these values into visually compelling content, 5-minute video courses. Visually compelling.
I mean, those graphics were
Those
really
graphics were fantastic.
I wonder, at the time, these were probably pretty cutting edge, though.
You think so?
I don't know. I mean, do you remember what websites did you go to in 2011? I can't remember what stuff. Looked like.
Okay, I was 11 years old.
Know.
I wasn't on the internet at 11.
Yeah.
Will, how old were you in 2011?
I was 2011. I was.
You're 15, right? You're 4 years older than me.
No, I would have been 14. I think 14.
Okay.
14 in 2011.
Okay.
So I was finished.
21. I'm a boomer over here.
Wow. Yeah, you are.
That is crazy.
I was in my sophomore year of college.
I was about to go into high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would have stuffed you in a locker, basically. Is what
No,
I'm saying.
I still would have given you a swirly.
Will was in here yesterday talking about all the public figures that he could beat in a fight, and he was very confident in himself.
Yeah, it's almost everyone. I don't know if anyone could beat me, actually.
It's just the confidence that really throws me, and I just want to see the follow through.
Bring him out. Bring out MAGA Hulk. I'm ready.
One day I'm going to start a live stream with Will, and I'm going to surprise him, and Larry Elder's going to come out from behind a curtain.
So I heard you was talking about me, huh? Saying you could beat me in a fight.
Anyways, back to the website. Let's look at our vision back in 2011. Our hope is that after seeing these productions, you will pay it forward and send them to your friends, family, and or anyone in need of brain realignment.
Brain realignment? That's what it says? Yeah. I love that. That's so good.
That's so funny. Conversion therapy for...
No,
for
not
your bad values.
therapy.
No, it's not.
Brain realignment.
Oh, no.
That's hilarious.
I mean,
Brain realignment.
that doesn't help us with the people who think we like brainwashing.
I know. We're literally in our website. We're literally like, we will realign your noggin. We will make it so your brain is different.
But it's so interesting. Yeah, the goal was to, put out these 5-minute conservative videos and have people send them to their friends, family, or like anyone that they felt needed them. And that's exactly what happened. And PragerU is huge, and it's gonna get bigger. And it's really cool to look at the vision from 10 years ago and see how far it's come, how many people have been employed by this company, how much content we're pushing out on a daily basis, and how many minds we've actually changed with the work that we do. So thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you guys for donating. Thank you guys for watching the content and caring about our lives and what we do.
Yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It's all very humbling to have so many followers and supporters and people who care about what we do. It means the world to us. It means so much. It's you guys have made it so that I was able to drop out of school, come to Los Angeles and work for PragerU and have a job. Like, it's amazing. I'm living I'm living my best life. Okay? No, but like seriously.
You made Will's dropout dreams a reality.
Yeah. You made it so I never had to take another final exam again. But it's seriously because I felt like I could do so much more good for America outside of college than ever in college. So I'm eternally grateful to all of you guys and to everyone at PragerU, and we really appreciate everything you do, all of the staff here. So again, if you want to help us reach 6 billion views, prageru.com/donate would be even better. It would mean the world to us if you could donate and help us out. We are a nonprofit. Join Prager Force if you're a student, and that's about all we got.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream, and cheers to 5 billion views. Hopefully we'll hit 6 billion soon.
Tomorrow.
And we will be back here at 2:30 Pacific today with Alan Estrin, our executive director, talking with him more about the origins of PragerU and what we're all about. So be sure to tune in.
Nice.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Peace.